You may think your legs are just tired from age, that it's normal to feel heaviness or to get that strange tightness behind your knees, especially after dinner or when you've been sitting too long. But what if I told you this isn't just aging, it's your body waving a quiet red flag? A cramp that wakes you in the middle of the night, a slight wobble when you stand, a nagging sense that your legs don't have the same strength they used to. These signs matter more than you think, and the reason behind them might surprise you. Now, as someone who's cared for thousands of seniors living with type 2 diabetes, I see this pattern far too often. You ignore the first signs because they're subtle. I just need more rest, or I must have walked too much yesterday. But this isn't about how much you moved. It's about what your body is missing. Diabetes quietly strips essential minerals from your body. One of the most overlooked, magnesium. This one mineral plays a key role in how your muscles contract, relax, and rebuild. Without enough magnesium, your legs start to spasm, twitch, or simply feel weak. You might even notice that pins and needles feeling more often now, or the stiffness when you get up from a chair. That's not in your imagination. Here's the part most people don't know. When your blood sugar runs high, your kidneys work overtime to flush the excess sugar out. But in doing so, they also flush out vital minerals, especially magnesium. Over time, this creates a deficiency you can feel, but can't quite explain. Your nerves misfire, your muscles tighten, your energy fades, all because one mineral is missing. If you've been waking up with cramps, especially in your calves or feet, this is your body trying to function without enough of what it needs. And without magnesium, even your medications won't work as effectively. Because magnesium helps insulin do its job. Without it, your blood sugar stays higher, longer, and the damage continues silently. So what can you do about it? You don't need a cabinet full of pills. In fact, one of the best ways to get more magnesium is through a simple creamy favorite you might already enjoy: avocados. Just one medium avocado gives you about 15% of your daily magnesium. Add a few pumpkin seeds, just a small handful, and you're getting another 20%. Combine that with a bowl of cooked spinach, and you've already hit nearly half your daily needs. This isn't just about getting more minerals, it's about giving your legs back their strength, their calm, their ability to hold you up without complaint. When your magnesium levels start to rise, many seniors report sleeping better, feeling steadier, less soreness after walking, fewer of those mysterious cramps that always seem to come at the worst time. And remember, this isn't your fault. You didn't lose magnesium because of poor choices. You lost it because diabetes changes how your body holds on to what matters. The key is to start replenishing. Not tomorrow, not next month, but now. If you've been quietly suffering with weak legs, frequent cramps, or that general sense of something's off, don't wait for a more serious sign to take action. This may be your body's only warning before deeper complications appear. And it starts with something as simple as what's on your plate. But this is just the beginning. Because what diabetes quietly takes from you doesn't stop at cramps. It doesn't stop at sore legs. It reaches deeper, into your heart, your nerves, even your eyes. And in part 2, I'll show you the second food you need to bring that strength back from the inside out. You've now seen how something as simple as magnesium can change how your legs feel, how your muscles rest, and how your nights go. But diabetes doesn't just take one thing from you. It takes quietly. It chips away at parts of your body you don't always notice until something goes wrong. And that next missing piece, it's something that affects more than your legs. It affects how your heart beats, how your nerves speak to each other, and how your kidneys filter what matters. I'm talking about potassium. And chances are, if you're over 60 and living with diabetes, you're not getting enough. You might be thinking, but I eat fruits and vegetables. Isn't that enough? In many cases, it isn't. Because just like magnesium, potassium gets flushed out of your system faster when your blood sugar is too high. Your kidneys are trying to protect you, but in doing so, they're draining you of something essential. And the results can feel like 1,000 different things: numbness in your toes, a skipped heartbeat here and there, even more muscle cramping that doesn't seem to stop. Here's what's most concerning. A potassium deficiency doesn't always scream at you. Sometimes it just whispers. A little fatigue, a weaker grip, feeling more dizzy when you stand up. If your body were a power line, potassium would be the electricity running through it. It's how your nerves communicate, how your muscles contract, and how your heart keeps its rhythm. And when your potassium is low, things start to misfire. Let's take a closer look at how this affects your heart and kidneys. Your heart relies on a very delicate balance of sodium and potassium. Too much sodium without enough potassium. That's a recipe for high blood pressure. And if your kidneys are already working hard because of your diabetes, that extra pressure can lead to long-term damage before you even realize it's happening. Now here's where it gets hopeful, because food can truly help you fix this. Potassium isn't hard to get when you know where to look. And no, you don't have to eat a bunch of bananas to do it. In fact, there are better options. Sweet potatoes are one of my top recommendations. A single medium sweet potato gives you around 15% of your daily potassium needs. Add half a cup of cooked white beans, and that's another 10–12%. Throw in some cooked beets or beet greens, and you've added another 10–15% on top. And if you enjoy yogurt, the plain low-sugar kind, you've just added a gut-friendly potassium-rich boost that helps in more ways than one. That's 4 powerful foods in one simple plate: sweet potatoes, white beans, beets, and yogurt. Together, they give you nearly 50% of the potassium you need for the day. That's the kind of daily nutrition that doesn't just prevent leg cramps. It protects your heart, supports your nerves, and gives your kidneys a much-needed break. I've worked with so many patients who told me, "I thought it was just stress," or "I thought I was getting older." And while those things can play a role, the real reason they were feeling more tired, more achy, more forgetful, was nutritional. It's what diabetes steals when it isn't managed from the inside out. Have you noticed this in your own life? The little signs, like your legs falling asleep too quickly, or feeling out of breath more often, or that frustrating brain fog after meals. If you've been feeling that lately, let me know in the comments. You're not alone, and your story could help someone else realize what's going on in their body too. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about small, powerful shifts in your daily habits, shifts that give you back control, strength, and peace of mind. And if magnesium and potassium are the quiet heroes for your muscles and heart, there's one more nutrient that can break the entire cycle wide open. It's not just about cramps anymore. It's about the very pattern that keeps you sick, keeps your sugar high, and keeps you feeling like you're always chasing health instead of living in it. That's coming next. You've seen how magnesium and potassium affect your legs, your sleep, your heart, and your energy. But now we need to look at something bigger, because even with the right foods, some of you are still stuck in a cycle that keeps your blood sugar high, your energy low, and your legs weaker than they should be. And here's the truth no one likes to say out loud: diabetes makes it harder for your body to use the nutrients you do have. That's why your symptoms come back, even when you think you're eating well. This cycle is called insulin resistance, and it's more than just a blood sugar issue. It's a full body imbalance that gets worse when you're low in certain nutrients. The higher your blood sugar goes, the more your body loses what it needs. And the more you lose, the harder it is to bring your sugar back down. This isn't your fault, it's the nature of the disease. But once you understand it, you can start to take control. There's a third nutrient that's crucial in this fight: chromium. Most people don't know about it. You won't hear it on TV commercials, but chromium is key for helping your cells respond to insulin. Without enough chromium, your body can't move sugar from your blood into your cells, and that means more sugar floating around, causing damage and keeping you tired. What does this look like in real life? It looks like constant hunger even after meals. It looks like sugar cravings that don't make sense. It looks like weight gain around your middle, and then frustration because no matter what you try, the scale doesn't move. It looks like that foggy feeling after lunch that makes you want to nap instead of live. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're undernourished. And the best way to restore that balance isn't with drastic diets or complicated rules. It's with simple meals that feel rich, warm, and satisfying. The kind of meals that feel like comfort food but work like medicine. Start with broccoli. Just 1 cup provides up to 22 micrograms of chromium, which is nearly 60% of your daily value. Add a serving of barley. It's fiber-rich, gentle on your blood sugar, and pairs beautifully with vegetables. And for a truly gourmet yet safe treat, include a small fillet of salmon glazed with a teaspoon of mustard and lemon. Not only is this meal high in chromium, but it also gives you protein, omega-3s, and fiber, the exact trio that helps you stabilize your sugar after eating. That's one meal, one plate, no fancy ingredients, no supplements, just real food giving your body the tools it's been missing. And if you like variety, here are two more options. One, a warm vegetable stir-fry with garlic, onions, green beans, and a sprinkle of sunflower seeds. Two, a hearty bowl of lentil soup with chopped kale, cooked in a little olive oil and vegetable broth. Both of these meals help restore what your body is begging for, nutrients that don't just sit in your stomach, but actually unlock the door to better insulin function. When you start adding these meals into your day, even just one, you may notice something strange. You're not as hungry, your cravings ease up, you feel more satisfied, longer. That's not your imagination, that's your cells finally getting what they need. But I want you to hear this part clearly. You are not lazy. You are not failing. You've been stuck in a cycle that no one explained to you. And now that you see it, you can step out of it. That's why so many seniors with diabetes feel defeated, because they keep chasing energy, chasing sleep, chasing strength, without realizing their body has been running on empty. It's not about trying harder, it's about nourishing smarter. But here's the real danger. You can't always feel it coming. Some of the worst damage diabetes causes is the kind you don't notice until it's too late. You might think your legs are fine, your heart is okay, and your nerves are holding steady, but deep inside, something else may be happening. That's exactly what we'll talk about next. Sometimes the scariest damage is the kind you can't see, the kind that builds slowly, silently in the background, until one day it shows up in a way you never expected. You're at your doctor's office getting a routine checkup, and they say something about your kidneys, or you notice a small sore on your foot that just won't heal. Or you wake up with blurry vision and assume it'll clear, but it doesn't. This is what I mean by damage you can't see until it's too late. And if you've ever had a health scare, a hospital visit, a sudden drop in energy, a diagnosis that came out of nowhere, you know exactly how fast things can change when you're over 60 and living with diabetes. Let me tell you something I've learned from decades of experience. The body always whispers before it screams. That little leg cramp, that might be your nerve cells struggling. The dizziness when you stand up, your blood pressure may be shifting too hard. The tingling in your feet, a sign of diabetic neuropathy creeping in. The common thread behind many of these hidden issues is nutrient depletion. Over time, low magnesium, potassium, and chromium levels don't just make you tired or uncomfortable, they set the stage for serious, irreversible complications. And here's the hardest truth, you might not feel any of it until the damage is advanced. When you don't have enough magnesium, your nerves start to misfire. You might feel pain, burning or numbness in your feet, or sometimes nothing at all. That's what makes it dangerous. Potassium, without it, your heart can skip beats, your kidneys struggle to filter, and your blood pressure becomes harder to control. And chromium, its absence keeps your sugar high, which speeds up every single one of these problems. But here's the part that gives you hope. You can protect yourself. You can rebuild from the inside out, one food at a time. Remember the avocado, that creamy green fruit is helping your nerves stay calm. The spinach you stir into your eggs, it's working behind the scenes to keep your muscles strong. The sweet potatoes and beets, they're gently supporting your blood pressure and heart rhythm. And the barley, lentils, and salmon, they're not just meals, they're tools. Tools to help your body stabilize, repair, and hold the line before things go too far. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because the more you understand what's happening inside, the more power you have to do something about it before things become emergencies. I've had patients come to me after a mini stroke, saying they never saw it coming. I've had older adults who ignored the slow numbness in their feet, only to find out they were walking on injuries they couldn't feel. And I've seen the heartbreak in a person's eyes when they realize a small habit, like skipping vegetables or eating toast for breakfast every day, played a bigger role than they thought. So let me ask you something gently but directly. Which warning sign have you felt in your own body? The cramping? The fatigue? The memory fog? Leave a comment and share it, because someone else might see your story and finally recognize what's happening in their own life. The best protection isn't just medicine, it's understanding, it's action. It's knowing what diabetes takes and putting back what matters before it's gone for good. Now that you know what to look for and what to eat, there's one more thing you need to understand. Sometimes, it's not about what you're missing, it's about what you're doing that quietly makes it worse. Even the best foods can't help if certain habits are draining you behind the scenes. That's what we'll uncover next. You've come this far. You've learned what your body needs and how to feed it the right way. But now we need to talk about the other side. Because sometimes, even with the best intentions, you're undoing your progress without knowing it. It's not just about what you're missing. It's also about what you're doing, what you're eating, drinking, or even taking that slowly drains the very nutrients your body is desperate to hold on to. Let's start with the most common culprit, sugar. It's sneaky. It hides in your bread, your cereal, your flavored yogurt, even your so-called healthy snacks. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose spikes, and that triggers your kidneys to flush it out. But as they do, they also flush out magnesium and potassium. You lose what little you had, and your nerves, muscles, and cells feel the cost. Now think about white bread, white rice, crackers, or pastries. These aren't just carbs, they're nutrient robbers. They raise your blood sugar without giving you anything in return. No fiber, no minerals, no support, just a spike and a crash. Then there's alcohol. I know, some people like the occasional drink to relax, but if you're drinking regularly, even small amounts, your body is losing magnesium faster than it can replace it. Alcohol also messes with your liver, which plays a key role in blood sugar balance. And if you're taking medications for diabetes, it can make those meds work less effectively or even interact in dangerous ways. And here's one many seniors don't realize: calcium supplements. Yes, calcium is important for bones, but too much, or taken at the wrong time, can compete with magnesium and prevent it from being absorbed. That means you might be swallowing pills that make your legs feel worse, not better. Certain medications also play a role. Diuretics, for example, often prescribed for blood pressure, can flush potassium and magnesium out of your body. Even common antacids can reduce your ability to absorb essential minerals over time. This isn't about blaming your prescriptions, but it's about understanding how everything works together and why your symptoms may be returning even when you're doing everything right. So what can you do instead? You don't need to cut everything out overnight. Just start with smart swaps. Instead of sugary cereal in the morning, try plain Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. Instead of white bread at lunch, go for a slice of sprouted grain bread or a bowl of lentil soup. Instead of soda or sweet tea, sip on cucumber water or a warm herbal tea with cinnamon, which can actually help regulate blood sugar. Feeling like something sweet after dinner? A few slices of kiwi or a handful of frozen grapes can calm that craving while giving your body potassium and antioxidants at the same time. And remember this, because I say it from my heart, after years of seeing patients struggle, you weren't doing it wrong. You were missing the why. You didn't fail. You were never given the full picture. And now that you have it, you can make different choices. Not harder choices, not tasteless meals, just smarter, simpler ones that match your body's needs. If you're still watching, I want to tell you something important: you're already taking control. You've made it this far because something inside you knows your health matters. Your legs matter, your strength, your sleep, your peace of mind, they all matter, and they're all within reach. There's just one final piece: how to put it all together in a simple daily plan that works, one that won't overwhelm you, one that keeps your blood sugar steady, your legs strong, and your heart at ease. Now you know the full picture. You've seen how magnesium, potassium, and chromium work quietly behind the scenes to keep your legs strong, your nerves calm, and your sugar steady. You've seen how diabetes slowly strips them away, how everyday habits can make things worse, and how the right foods can help you take back control. But the real question is, what do you do now? You don't need 100 rules. You don't need a complicated diet. You just need a daily fix, something you can come back to every morning, every week, that keeps your body supported in simple, proven ways. Here's what I recommend, and what I've seen work again and again for patients over 60 living with type 2 diabetes. Start your day with magnesium. You don't need a supplement to do it. 1 cup of cooked spinach or a small avocado on whole grain toast gives your body the boost it needs to relax your muscles and calm your nerves. Sprinkle some pumpkin seeds on top. Just 2 tablespoons give you nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. You've already set yourself up for a better morning. For lunch or dinner, aim to include potassium-rich foods. A baked sweet potato, half a cup of white beans, or some steamed beet greens can easily get you to 40–50% of your potassium target for the day. Add a few slices of kiwi or half a banana in the evening if your blood sugar is stable. It's not about avoiding fruit, it's about choosing wisely and balancing your plate. Now let's talk chromium. You can skip the pills and go for real food. Include one of these each day: a cup of broccoli, a small bowl of barley soup, or a piece of wild-caught salmon. These aren't just delicious, they're working inside your body to improve how your cells use insulin. You'll likely feel it too: fewer cravings, better focus, and a sense of calm that lasts longer after meals. Want a simple checklist? Here it is. 1 magnesium-rich food: avocado, spinach, pumpkin seeds. 1 potassium-rich food: sweet potato, beans, beet greens. 1 chromium-boosting food: broccoli, lentils, barley, salmon. 1 optional supplement, if cleared by your doctor: magnesium citrate or chromium picolinate in small doses, just to top things off. 1 habit to avoid sugary drinks or refined carbs, especially in the evening. That's it. 3 powerful foods, 1 optional helper, and 1 habit to reduce. You're not just eating to survive, you're nourishing to thrive. And I want to leave you with this: you are not a patient, you are a person. A whole person who deserves to feel strong, steady, and in control. Your legs are not just limbs, they're your freedom, your balance, your independence, and you can protect them every day, starting now. Don't let diabetes write your story. You can write your own. 1 smart meal, 1 informed choice, 1 steady step at a time. And if this video helped you, please like it. Comment below with what you learned or what small change you're going to try first. Because someone your age may see your comment and realize they're not alone. You never know who you might help just by sharing what you noticed. I'm Dr. Rafiq Anwar, and I'm grateful you gave me your time today. Keep nourishing your strength. You're worth it.